Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Chaos Child, and we are just still in the newspaper club room after Shinjo left. So in the end, we canceled the club meeting, and Kurusu went to the student council to finish up her work. She was still pale. We all got ready to go, but for some reason, no one actually left. Sarika and Arnie Murder were paging through magazines. You being nice? You being nice? What are you doing? You look weird. Talk to yourself in the mirror, because then you're quiet. Or then you chirp nice. Kazuki was still silently playing ESO2. He's probably going to start screaming any minute. Ito and I were thinking about the case and glancing occasionally at the map on the wall. Yeah, you talk like that is nice. You talk like that is nice. You could keep talking like that. And there was a new sticky memo on the map. While I was trying to decide if we should add it, Kurusu had written it down and copied it herself. Her normally beautiful handwriting was a little unsteady. She'd probably been shaking it as she wrote it. Senri Mina Misawa, huh? Yeah. The girl in the ID card photo does look a lot like the one Artimura described for that sketch. Artimura looked up from her magazine. She was staring at me. She didn't say it aloud, but it was obvious that she was trying to tell me that she thought so too. I thought back to when we'd been attacked by the pyrokinetic. What did I tell you? So, like, Senri's not dead, and then shows up, she's probably... Yep, there you go. She was a lot older, but if the girl on that ID card grew up, she might look like that, yeah. Then was she the one who attacked us? But that can't be. If only we had some more. If only we had some more solid information. Maybe that girl knows something. That girl? Yeah. I hesitated for a moment, but then realized that we weren't getting anywhere as things stood. So I held out my hand toward Ito. Let me borrow your phone for a second. You still don't have a new one. I'll get one soon. Thanks. I took the phone from Ito and dialed the number. After a few rings, I heard a voice I knew well. It was a gruff voice that I'd heard almost every day lately. Hello, this is Aoba Clinic. Hello, Dad. It's me. Oh, Takuru. What is it? It's about Yamazoe. What's she doing right now? Oh, I'm giving her an IV in the exam room. She looked a little malnourished. Like you said, she was probably in a really bad environment. Can I talk to her on the phone? She's not asleep, so that should be okay. Just give me a second. I could hear him get further away from the phone. A second later, I heard a loud, high-pitched girl's voice.
Hey, Brother Takuru! Yuki's getting a treatment right now. You can't bother her.
Your yelling is probably bothering her worse than I would, right?
Huh?
Yui had probably been so worried about Yamazoe that she'd raced home after school. It was great to see her being such a good friend, but right now it was a huge nuisance.
Yeah? Talking nice? I know, every once in a while I have to stop and tell you that you're talking nice, so you continue to be nice. I mean, that I'm not going to get mad at. That was a little squawky, but that's you talking, and that's fine. You got to talk like that. That's nice.
Yui had... Oh, yeah, no, I read that already. Just let me talk to Yamazoe. It's important.
It can't wait.
This is a secret, okay? I don't want Kurusu to find out, so don't you tell anybody, okay? There was silence on the line for a moment as she thought, but eventually she reluctantly agreed.
Okay, just hold on a second.
Since it was just me, she probably didn't feel the need to hit the hold button. I could hear doors opening and closing as she went to the exam room. There was some whispering, and then I heard another girl's voice.
Hello?
Hey, sorry to bother you. You're not feeling well?
I'm fine. I said I was okay, but Dr. Sakuma and Yui were worried about me.
I see. I was relieved to hear that she wasn't in bad shape. What I was about to ask might be bad for her mentally. Hey, do you know a girl named Senri Minamisawa?
I'm sorry?
Senri Minamisawa. According to the record, she went to the same facility you did until the Shibuya earthquake. She would have been, what was 6 years ago? That was around 6 years ago, so maybe around 12?
Senri Minamisawa.
That's right. Is there anything you remember about her, no matter how small?
Mina Misawa. Mina Misawa.
She seemed to be trying her best to remember. I saw that the rest of the newspaper club, not just Ito, but Sarika, Arimura, and Kazuki as well, were staring at me and trying to hear the conversation. Yamazawa thought a little more before she spoke.
I never met or talked with her directly, but
But?
I saw her going into the treatment room several times. They said her treatment was more painful than mine, so the doctors told me I had to work hard too.
I remember the experiments I'd seen as a little kid and the tiny girl crying for help, and I shivered. But Yuki had it far worse than I did. She'd actually been exposed to the same torture that Senri Minamisawa was. I'm sorry to make you remember something so horrible.
No, I never thought it was horrible.
I see. Is there anything else you remember?
Oh, right. Mina Misawa had hurt her leg, I think.
Her leg?
Yes, when I saw her, she was always dragging one leg. The doctors would always help her into the treatment room.
Dragging one leg.
So I was sure she was getting treatment for her leg.
Dragging her leg? Wasn't that the same thing the pyrokinetic was doing? Oh, but her eyes are blue there. They looked red in the picture, but...
Miyashiro?
No, sorry. If I need anything else, I'll ask. Thanks.
Alright, I'll give the phone back to Yui.
Just hang up. She's being annoying. Anyway, see you later.
Hey, I heard that! What do you mean annoying?
I hung up the phone before she could finish and handed it back to Ito. Then I looked at the map again. I saw the 2 notes that Caruso had written in a trembling hand. Pyrokinetic found. The woman had Senri's ID card. Pyrokinetic killer might be Senri. Is that woman really Senri Minamisawa? Minamisawa. I don't know why it's so hard for me to say. I don't know. But she's dead, right? Her name's on the memorial like the vice president said. Yeah, but the data we saw underground said she was missing. And that's... Yeah, just like Shinjo had said, I was sure that meant she was dead. Caruso had said so too. But what if the data was right and she'd only gone missing?
What do you mean?
Sarika was looking between me and the map in confusion. Don't you remember, Onoe? AH Tokyo General was one of the main relief centers during the earthquake. They would have had any number of ways to share data. But that's kind of strange. If her name's on the memorial, that means some hospital somewhere, or maybe the police officially declared her dead. Right? That was a pretty large-scale operation. They wouldn't miss it if one of their test subjects was dead. And they wouldn't write missing. Yeah. Ito crossed his arms and thought. Which means her name on the memorial's a mistake. Or a deliberate lie? That's probably what Shinjo suspects. That Senri Minamisawa is alive and that she's after us. The red sun was about to sink below the buildings on the horizon. I looked out the window and saw that the sunlight had illuminated the clouds and formed a brilliant twilight. But soon it would disappear and the cold night would come. But if Senri Minamisawa is the killer, why would she attack you? I don't know. Maybe she hates psychics for some reason and just happened to find me. If that's the case, then what's the point of recreating the new generation madness? And of course, if there's some kind of message encoded in the killings, that's a different matter. Stop it! No! You stop! You stop it! I'm sick of your bullshit. Stop it. Some kind of message. Back then, when Senri Minamisawa had begged me for help, I'd left her there. I was just a kid. What could I do? Do I seriously have to come over here and put you in your cage? Stop. Stop it. Stop it. You're being a jerk. No. You stop. You don't get to chirp nice and pretend that you're fine and you're nice. You're not. You're a nasty brat. Stop it. You be good. No matter how much I told myself that, she probably wouldn't agree. She thought I was a ray of hope, and I left her there and ran. It wouldn't surprise me if the memories of that turned to hatred and rage that she would never forget.
He's a good boy. You're trying to play with your bird friend, but your bird friend's a dick. He needs you to put your wing over his mouth and suffocate him. I'm kidding, but maybe just knock him off the perch or something. Tell him to be quiet. See, why can't you just be like that? You're just chirping and you're happy now.
Not everybody wants to play with you 24/7, you nasty bastard. Especially considering the fact that I just have to stand there and talk to you. You won't let me touch you. You won't come over and visit. And I'm sorry, but I can't just stand there and stare at you all day. Such a needy little bastard. It's like a pain in the ass. Like, Neelix just follows you everywhere if he wants attention or comes over, and this bird just screams and screams and screams. And it's like, what? You want someone to talk to you, but then I can't just stand here leaning over the cage talking to you all day. Hi, you talking? Okay, I've got to do work. I'm playing a game, doing other things, but he doesn't want you to touch him. He doesn't want to come over and see you. He just wants you to stand there and stare at him all day. Like, what a narcissistic little douche are you? That's why you have mirrors. Play with your fucking mirrors. For God's sakes. I need to get you more mirrors so that you stop, so that you talk to yourself in the mirror and, aren't so fucking needy. It'd be fine if he was nice, but he's not. He's a jackass. So he's screaming at you because he wants you to play with him, but he doesn't want you to play with him because he hates you. Fuck. Pick a lane, dick. He's so frustrating. It wouldn't surprise me if the memories of that turned to hatred and... Okay, we already said that. And after she was set free during the Shibuya earthquake, she attacked me. Suddenly I remembered the time when she'd attacked me. The smile on her face had chilled me to the bone. And this is what she'd said. I have no idea what she's saying. I don't remember, and we can't hear anything because I don't have lines, so... Could it be revenge? Was this whole thing Senri Minamisawa's way of getting revenge on me? Damn it, that's impossible! I realized what I was thinking and slapped my hands against my cheeks to drive the thought from my mind. I have to put him in the other fucking room. Neelix is sitting right there. Why are you being a douche canoe? You're gonna go in your cage and you're gonna go in the other fucking room. And then I'm gonna have to listen to him scream because he's trying to call to you and you're gonna try to be nice because you're locked in the other room. But I'm tired of this every fucking other day. You're gonna be a dickhead. Really? 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 Yep, just leave it to me.
Yay! Isn't that great, Yuki? You can stay here, he says.
After we got back, Kurusu and I were met with some good news.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. I told you, you don't need to be so polite.
Shinjo had come here in the afternoon, and that's what he'd worked out. There were several reasons. First, Frisia couldn't keep her anymore, but due to her power, it'd be difficult to give her to a normal orphanage. Second, Shinjo was taking a different route than the other officers on this case, so he said he couldn't give her to a police facility. And the most important thing of all was that this was what Yuki wanted. Having her old friend Yui here seemed to be helping her a lot.
That's great, Yuki.
Yes. She blushed a little and nodded.
Thanks, Dad.
Don't worry, I'm actually glad to have her. Unlike a certain someone, she's very nice and does a good job with the chores. Once she's feeling a little better, she says she's going to help around the clinic, too.
Dad, can I assume that last one was directed at me?
Yui pouted, but Dad just laughed and ran his hand through her hair.
Where should we put her? We don't have any spare rooms right now. You want to sleep with me, right? Right? We can't do that. What about Yuto? Who cares? You don't mind, do you?
One more time. One more time and you're going in the other room. Because I don't have the tolerance for you today. I don't. You have Neelix sitting right there. Why are you screaming like an asshole? Because you don't want me to pay attention to you. Because you're not going to get any kind of positive attention right now. I'm literally like a foot from your fucking cage standing here trying to read this game from fucking far away. Just so that you shut the fuck up. But you're being a dick. You're being a fucking dick. God, he's pissing me off today. What else is new?
See, he does mind, so no.
Then what about my room?
No way, Brother Takuru. You're such a pervert.
There's no way that's a good idea. No, that's not what I meant. Once the case was settled, I intended to leave. So I could sleep in the dorm or something. Oh, so I could sleep in the dining room or something, so she could have my room. But Kurusu seemed to know exactly what I was thinking, so she poked me in the stomach. What?
I'm not letting you just leave us again.
The deal was that I'd only stay here until the case was resolved, right?
That's true, but I've told you a bunch of times that I don't think you've got any business living on your own.
Stop it. Dad suddenly slapped his hands together. No, I know. We do have a spare room.
Huh?
You know, we had that room that we used to use when the nurses did overnight shifts. You learn to be nice.
Huh? We use it as a storage room now, though.
Yeah, you stay there and you play nice. Jackass. You fly like a goddamn attack helicopter. But that room gets a lot of sun, and I've been thinking that it's a waste to use it as a closet.
Then you should have cleaned it out earlier.
Kurusu sighed and turned to me.
We can clean it out tomorrow. Help me with it, okay? Okay!
Oh, that
Okay!
Yuto answered cheerfully.
Well, what do we do for tonight? Yui can stay with Yuki and Yuto can stay with Dad. Does that work? Yeah? Okay, I'll get a futon ready. Can you help me? Okay. Oh, I can do it myself, ma'am. It's fine. You don't know where anything is yet, right? And stop being so polite.
Yes, ma'am.
And stop saying ma'am. Just talk normally. Try it, okay? Okay, but I'm going to help too. Yeah? Then let's both.
Oh, wait a second. I stopped Yuki before Yui could take her out of the room.
What's wrong, Brother Takuru?
Yamazawa, I talked to Shinjo, but I wanted to ask you one more time.
I'm sorry?
You really don't know where my smartphone is, do you?
Smartphone?
Oh.
You know, like one of these.
Yui took out her phone and showed it to Yuki. When she saw it, she finally seemed to remember.
Oh, the telephone that Shinjo showed me. I put it back where it fell.
Do you know who picked it up?
I don't. I'm sorry.
I see. So it was just as Shinjo had said after all. And who had my phone and the picture inside it? And how had they been able to call Ito's phone?
Brother Takuru, can we go now? Are you done talking?
Yeah.
Let's get ready for bed then. Dad, I can use the stuff from the clinic, right?
Yeah, we just hung up it to dry, and there should be one we haven't used yet. Also, there's sheets.
I know that. Oh, right. Yuki, do you want to take a bath together? Huh? Yes, ma'am. I told you to stop that. Oh, okay. You're not allowed to take one with us, okay? I know that.
Yui's really excited.
Yeah, but I can understand. It's nice having friends.
Yui took Yuki and Yuto out of the room. Are you okay, Kurusu?
Why?
You know, food expenses and stuff. We got another person to take care of now.
Hi, what you doing, buddy? Yeah, don't you eat my microphone. You tell your burp friend and you get to teach your burp to shut the fuck up. I'm gonna teach him to be nice and not an asshole. Stop it, that's not for you. But you can't talk. I mean, you can talk if you want, but you can't poke the microphone. That's not what it's there for.
You're a good boy. Your friend's an asshole.
We'll be fine. Yuki says she's gonna help around the house, so it'll actually get easier. As for food expenses, as long as Dad works hard.
Yeah, leave it to me. Oh, I'm gonna hit the bathroom. Dad quickly ran out of the room to escape Kurusu's gaze.
That man.
She chuckled, but there was a kindness in her laugh. How's Miyashiro? Completely awakened. Shall I do it? More. More? Yes, more. More suffering. More regrets. The pain of the abandoned. And for that, more. More. As you wish. Amy does sound like she's... Well, because, I mean, I don't know if you're supposed to, like, infer that or quote-unquote know it or whatever, but, I mean, we always thought Amy was the urban legend and we saw the girl and we always thought it was called her Amy, but it was Senri, and now she's trying to kill us, and then we think maybe it's because she saw us and we abandoned her or something, but maybe? I mean, that, it seems to make sense, but But I don't know if that's actually what's happening. Like, oh, Amy is really Senri, and she's trying to kill us because we abandoned her there. Because, like, one, how would she have remembered that? You remember one instance where there were people there and you blame children, literal children, for not saving you when there was a ton of doctors and adult people around you at all times that didn't do anything for you? You know what I mean? That seems psychotic. But, I mean, it doesn't have to make sense. But if that is who it is, I mean, I don't think she's the murderer. I think that the cases are totally separate. She might have it out for us and whatever, and that makes sense. But at the same time, Amy, quote unquote, was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then was, sorry, I was thinking something else in my head. I was trying to like, who's Max Cady? I was like, is it Mio? Is it Kunasato? You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, is it Ito? Oh, why would you do that to a Shin? Anyway, they seem to be the ones behind Watabe's death, and that doesn't seem like Senri. I feel like Senri is a complete whole other thing. Even though, you know what I mean? I think they want you to think, oh, it's Senri and she's doing the murders and we just haven't put it together yet, but I think it's two separate things. Like, you know what I mean? She has something to, like, she's some kind of tie to it, but I don't necessarily know if she's the one doing it. Because it just doesn't seem like again, like, nobody died of fire, and why would she be doing these other things, and like, and then all the other people seem to know this person that comes to the door, you know what I mean? Like, we saw that in Otani's case. He knew the person. He's like, oh, they'd been here before, blah, 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 and they were whispering, and like, I don't think that Senri has all her mental faculties to be able to pull off that kind of a ruse, you know what I mean? Like, oh, hey, what's up, yeah, and then murder someone and light a bunch of fires. You know? So, it seems totally separate, but yet somehow, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going on with her, but I feel like it's two different people. Like, she's doing whatever, the arson shit, and she's got her own shit. And then the Amy person in the text might actually be whoever is doing all these other murders, but why are they after all? It's interesting. Anyway. Sunday. Arimura, Yuki, and I got a full medical check at a hospital run by a friend of my dad's, just like Shinjo had suggested. You being nice now? Over there? Talking to yourself? Yeah, there you go. You just need to talk to yourself in the mirror and then you're fine. And now the numbers, brainwaves, electrocardiographs, MRIs, and other images were lined up on Dad's computer screen. Of course, as a complete amateur, I had no idea what any of it meant. Look, it's a brain. Which one's my brain? They all look like sumo stickers. That one looks like two weird skeleton creatures from something out of like, the top right. Look at it. Just look at it and you can see the dark purple spot is an eyeball, but they look like weird skeleton monster creatures, something out of Tim Burton, like giving each other a smooch. When you see it, you're like, wait.
Oh my god, your brain is just like two weird monster skeleton things giving each other a smooch. That's because your hemispheres are in love.
The other, I have no idea what that top left one is. Something fucking weird. I don't know. There's like a cow nose over there or some weird shit. What's that one? That one looks like a really... Those ones kind of look like fucked up chickens. Like, weird, strange, fancy, regal, creepy kind of art chickens. You know what I mean? You know... I can kind of picture it in my head, but like, oh, old Victorian art that's just kind of bad, where you're like, it's kind of awkward and everyone looks misshapen a little, but it's like that, but they're chickens. Look, I don't know. What does this say? I don't know. Which one is ours, though? I'm confused. Anyway, Kunasato was talking to my dad as if she were a colleague, rather than addressing him as the much older man that he was. Kunasato's a bitch. I love her, but I hate her at the same time. What do you mean you found something strange? I'm already pissed off that I had to do this exam and I'm supposed to meet with some friends today. When a girl blows off another girl, it makes things complicated down the road. Artemurta put her hands on her hips and complained.
Yeah, you talking to your friend? Are you going to be nice?
No. No, don't try to talk to me. Talk to your bird friend in the mirror. He's looking over here. Talk to your bird friend in the mirror. Your bird friend in the mirror misses you. And it's not an asshole. Yuki, for her part, looked scared. She was hiding behind me and trying to stay out of Kunisato's sight. You don't know anything and you need to shut up. You're getting in the way. What? No way! If I don't make things clear now, who knows what you're gonna do in the future? Tch, amateurs like you piss me off the most. Hey, Artemurta, Kunasato, don't you ever get tired of fighting all day? Shinjo sighed like he always did. Artemura's eyes narrowed as she glared at Kunasato, who just laughed. So, Dr. Sakuma, what did you find? If you found something, tell me as fast as you can. I want to go shopping after this. Sure, I will. First, as for why Yuki stopped growing, we won't know for a while. It'll take time to get results back on her chromosomal and hormone tests. And as for you two, you're in fine health. No issues with any of your internal organs. But Takuru showing clear signs of eating an unbalanced diet. Certain nutrients are very clearly missing. I'll make this very clear to Nono. Ugh. And you, Artemura, need to cut back on the sweets and fatty foods. No junk food. You're on a straight path toward obesity right now. Yeah! Enough about their bodies. What about their brains? Yes, well, this is an MRI scan. Dad clicked on one of the images, which displayed images of a human brain. Artemura must have found the sight of her own brain creepy because she looked away. Yuki didn't seem to know what it was and stared out from behind me, confused. Kunasato clicked through the images. I'm gonna throw something at him so fucking hard. I can't stand this fucking asshole. Kunasato clicked through the images slowly, checking each little part in turn, but then finally tossed it away. I'm trying to fucking ignore him, but he just does this nonstop. Stop it! Stop! I am so sick of you today. All three of them are negative, aren't they? Yeah, this MRI shows negative. Negative? What? Does that mean I'm stupid? Artemura staggered back as if she'd been given some kind of shocking news. Yes, you're stupid. Extremely stupid. No way! No, that's not what the word means. Dad chuckled a little. Kunasato, you're an even meaner person than I'd been told. If she doesn't know what negative means, then I'd say calling her stupid is fair. We're not doctors, you dumb bitch. I love her, though. I just want to get so angry at her. Like, she's such a bitch. But I kind of love her. I see what Shinjo's going through. Right? Shinjo gave Dad a tired smile. Don't worry. Negative in the medical sense is a good thing. It means there's no unusual symptoms. Huh? Your brain is completely normal. Oh! You scared me. Artemura sighed with relief, for once acting like a girl her age. Lately, I'd finally understood this was who she really was. She'd once told me before that she was always trying to be the person that the people around her wanted her to be. This is what he does all fucking day. You've just heard for the last 5 minutes. It's just nonstop. It's literally him all fucking day. Stop it. Go in your cage. Go. Go in your cage. I don't want to listen to you. Go. Go over there and be quiet. She once told me before that she was always trying to be the person that the people around her wanted her to be. I can read that already. So there's no relationship between the Gigalomaniac's power and the enlargement seen in the brain? I can tell you at least that I'm not seeing any issues with them on these charts. Decide for yourself what that means in relation to that. Gigalo, what's it you're talking about? Kunasato frowned and thought. If you're gonna sit over there, then you talk to your friend in the mirror and you be nice. Otherwise, you can go in your cage, and I'm going to throw the blanket on you. And then maybe you'll be quiet. Actually, I'm going to throw you in the other fucking room, because I can't take 30 more minutes of this. But there was a commonality between all the murder victims. Their brains all showed the same symptoms. We were only playing this for a half hour. I'm going to listen to him all fucking night. Kunasato showed Dad her tablet computer. It had several brains on it that weren't ours. Artemura looked away again. You can tell from looking at this, right? The cerebral neocortex is swollen. You're right now that you mention it. Dad whispered as he looked at the tablet.
What are you doing? You cleaning yourself? You're being good. I'm sorry that your burb friend is a fucking asshole and pisses me off. Because then I have to yell at him and tell him to be quiet. And you probably get worried because you think I'm yelling at you. But no, you're good. Ow, don't bite, nasty bird.
Swollen? It's bigger? That's right.
Like, if he's over there talking to his burb friend in the mirror, he's fine. Or, like, whatever. But, like, he just... Like, listen to him. Now he's being nice. Oh, look, I'm chirping, I'm cute. Yeah, but then you're gonna start screaming in 5 fucking minutes, and I can't stand that goddamn noise. And that's all you've done all day. About 1.2 times normal size, so we wanted to see if your brain showed the same symptoms. But the result was negative. Your brains are no different than a normal person's. Which means something happened to the victims that caused their brains to swell? I don't know about that. This isn't large enough to cause a problem with their daily lives. It wouldn't affect them mentally either. Probably didn't even notice it. In other words, their brains were like that originally, or this happened to them when they died. Or perhaps this is what killed them. We don't know. Well, we're being given delusion, like the people that are dying is like somebody is like obviously using some kind of a power on them to make them go crazy and kill themselves or do whatever. So maybe that's what that person is doing. It's stimulating a part of their brain that's now swelling, and then like maybe that's the reason portion of their brain. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's how they get them to do crazy things like cut off their own arm and eat it and all that shit is like, you know? They did this. We think it's suicide, but it's not if somebody's in your brain and that's why it's all swollen, because somebody else was in there digging around using their power. Weird. Dad looked at the tablet and nodded. That's right. Either way, we don't have enough data to make a decision. We only had 2 or 3 more victims. I told you, stop saying that. Shinjo treated it like a joke, but her face was completely serious and terrifying. So does that mean there wasn't any real point to this exam? You're kidding me. No, that's not true. Knowing that you're healthy and your brain is fine is a blessing, right? Shinjo tried his best to make her feel better, but... Don't say things to me that you don't mean! You were just thinking, this is why Artemura is such a hassle just now, weren't you? That's not true. Oops. Shinjo gave up and lowered his head. Sorry. Man, what a waste of a day off. I'm leaving. Artemura grabbed her bag and tried to leave. Wait a moment. But she turned around at the door when Kunasato stopped her. What is it? Help me with one more thing. I need your power. No! I told you, Kunasato, there's a right way to ask for things. But Kunasato ignored him. I want to ask Yuki Yamazawa about her powers. What? Yuki shivered and hid behind me. Dad saw her and frowned in a way that only I could notice. See, like that time he just started squawking, but it's because he's like, shh, shh, shh. No. When you were starting to squawk because you were chirping, that's different. That is like, but I can't yell at you for that because you're chirping and chattering and being happy. But you were just about to start screaming, and we don't fucking do that shit. Yeah. You can talk happy and nice. You can be nice. And I don't understand why if I'm sitting here talking, reading, whatever, you hear my voice, why do I have to stare at you when I do it? Why do I have to be staring at you? If I was reading, like... It's like I gotta put you behind the damn TV so that you think I'm looking at you. So that you think I'm paying attention to you when I'm reading the frickin' thing. Asshole. And then he said, I'm gonna hit the restroom, and walked past Artemura and out the door. On the way out, he whispered to me, I'm gonna leave for a bit. Psychic powers are outside my field of study as a doctor. Just listening to this makes me think I'm gonna go crazy. After Dad left, Kunasato looked at tiny little Yuki with cold eyes. Yamazawa, you don't seem to know the details yourself, so just tell me what you know. Her harsh tone only scared Yuki more, but I looked up at her and nodded, and she tried her best to work up her courage. I looked at her and nodded up at her. I think I have the power to make what someone imagines into reality, I guess. What someone imagines? Can that someone be anyone? Anyone near me. Can it be anything? For instance, if I imagine this coin. Kunasato took out a penny and showed it to Yuki. It can be things like that. Or not.
What do you... Oh, that's me. What do you mean by not?
I don't know how to describe it. Situations, maybe?
Situations?
Like, they want to be pretty, or they want something to happen?
And that becomes real.
Is it real? I don't really know.
Could you do it now if you wanted to?
No, I can't do it whenever I want.
Well, Arimura. Kunisada looked over, but Arimura just turned her head. Right. She's not lying. It's all true, I guess. So she subconsciously real boots the wishes and thoughts of other people. I see. That explains how she disappeared from Frisia. What Momose was thinking about got real booted. So her power could only real boot other people's thoughts and wishes, not her own? It was like her own life. She had no hopes of her own, and only lived her life for the sake of others. In a way, it was a very sad power. Yeah, kinda. If it happens whether you want it to or not, then it's similar to Hanaya Arimura's power. The power itself is impressive, but inconvenient. Huh! Sorry, I'm inconvenient! So when did this start, Yamazoe?
Huh?
When did you get this power, is what I'm asking. Was it during the experiments in the underground facility?
No, I was a bad student.
Then when?
I think it was after the Shibuya earthquake.
Oh, I thought so. I'm wondering. Because, like, Arimura said, you know, it was during the earthquake or whatever, and it was like, you develop powers based on a wish. And, like, her parents basically abandoned her at that facility, right? And they were doing experiments, and so Kunisado asked, did you get it from the experiments? She's like, no, it was a bad student. Like, she couldn't do what they were asking. Like, come on, do this, blah, blah, blah. Like, so she was obviously, like, really bad at, you know, like, at being a lab rat, I guess. So that must have been the earthquake, and then her wish was like, I just wish I could be better and make what they want true. Like, you know what I mean? Do what they want me to do. And so it wasn't, she didn't give herself, like, oh yeah, I can do what they want. It's, I can show them what they want, basically. Like, that's so sad. She just wanted to make the scientists happy and then got a power to make anyone else see or feel or have whatever they want, and she get, oh, God, poor fucking child. Oh my God, anyway. You being good now? Yeah? Because I'm sitting here facing sideways, reading off my computer. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I have a giant TV, but I can't look at it because you're an asshole. Just want you to know that. I thought so. What is that? I looked into what they said and what you found out about the victim's past. When you put it together, they all woke to their powers at almost the exact same time. So the earthquake was the cause. It's still just a theory, unfortunately. Kunisada started to type something into her tablet. Wait, earthquakes happen all the time. If everyone created a gigalomaniac, we'd be overflowing with them. No, I'm not talking about the earthquake itself. Huh? You remember that something strange was observed in Shibuya during the quake, right? Something strange. I did remember, actually. Do you mean that white light? Kunisado nodded. That white light. The white light that had covered us right after the Shibuya earthquake. There were a lot of rumors about it, including one that said it was plasma caused by the earthquake, but I'd heard they still didn't really know what it was. I'm surprised. I didn't take you for a conspiracy theorist, Kunisado. What conspiracy theory? Wait, do you mean the one from after the quake? I was talking about a certain rumor that had gone around right after the earthquake. The rumor said that the quake was caused by a secret tectonic weapon experiment, a joint project between the US and Japan that might have gone awry. Wouldn't be the first time that American weapons went awry, would it? Just saying. Should you trust us? I don't know.
Tectonic weapon! A weapon capable of causing an earthquake to destroy an enemy's cities, primarily seen in urban legends and conspiracy theories. There are many proposed methods by which such a weapon could operate, but the most likely are the three below. First, electromagnetic waves could heat up underground water reservoirs beneath the target, causing them to expand and excite the Earth's crust. There are rumors that the American HAARP, High Frequency Active Oral Research Program, is used for this purpose. Second, a hydrogen bomb or other powerful weapon could be placed at an unstable fault or plate boundary under the ocean and detonated to cause an earthquake. And this is said to be the mission of the Deep Sea Drilling Unit, CHIKU, that was developed as part of the U.S.-Japanese Integrated Ocean Drilling Program, IODP. The third method is an advanced version of a theory originally proposed by Nikola Tesla, wherein a signal is generated that matches the resonance frequency of the ground at the target site. The resultant resonance effect and amplification would cause a collapse of the Earth's crust in that area and thus an earthquake. While it wasn't a weapon, Tesla developed a device to prove this resonance effect exists, which is said to have actually almost destroyed a building. Good job. Fucking people, man. Look, this is a thing! What did you do? I don't know. Sometimes it's amazing. People are just fucking... We're all idiots. People are idiots. But look at all the awesome shit we do. But look at the stupid shit we do in the search of the awesome. It's kind of fucking, like, what? Sometimes you're just like, I'm just saying. I get it, you know, if the Wright brothers hadn't decided to, like, fucking try to fly shit, we wouldn't have planes. But I'm just saying, they could have, like, crashed and burned and died, and you would have been like, idiots. And then someone else would have done it right. But you know what I'm just saying? All the people that did it beforehand, you were like, idiots. Like, jackasses. Literally. Oh my good lord. There's another theory that became popular on the internet as well, which involved sending an army of sumo wrestlers to an active fault near the target point, where they would all stomp on the ground at the same time. Wow. However, given the inherent difficulties of transporting a sumo wrestler army deep into any enemy territory, it must be said that this method is impractical, but I'm sure there are people that believe it. But, you know, it's one of those things. It's a US, Japan, like, we're working on the, and then, oops. Who was in charge of that? Seriously? They're like, look, we'll continue this research, but it's gonna be in your territory, US, because we're tired of fucking up our cities for, like, look. In the case of this game, right? Oh yeah, the US and Japan were working on, like, a weapon, and then we destroyed Shibuya by accident. Whoops. I mean, I doubt they did it on purpose. It was like, oops. It's a big fucking oops. Ahem. No. Stop it. We were in a good mood for 5 seconds. You stop. And that the mysterious light was caused by its explosion. Well, I mean, there was, like, a bunch of them around the city. We saw, like, ping, ping, ping. And that Chaos Child Syndrome, which was believed to be a form of PTSD, might actually be caused by the materials used in that weapon. Maybe. The rumor was popular in that channel for a while, but people quickly got bored with it. By the time I'd woken up from my coma, no one was talking about it anymore. Now, it'd be more accurate to say that instead of people getting bored, someone had done their best to erase all traces of it. Oh, well, that sounds like a conspiracy. At the time, I'd found this strange and started looking into it outside of the internet. Despite the large magnitude of the quake, there'd been no aftershocks afterward. All the damage had been concentrated in Shibuya, and the epicenter had been observed to be far too shallow. Despite all this, not a single scientist was speaking up. They were all silenced. Whenever someone raised even the smallest doubt, they were quickly shouted down as an idiot conspiracy theorist. I'm sorry, I went to go itch and I smacked my freaking sleeve into the microphone. I'm sorry, here now. You've heard so much worse listening to this fucker scream all day. Stop. Stop it. I'm getting sick of you today. I'm sick of you today. No. You don't get to apologize like that. I'm sick of you. I am tired of your attitude, and I don't understand why you can't just have good days. Why do you have to be 90% of the time this much of an asshole? Stop it. Stop being a jackass. I wish it was just a conspiracy theory. What do you mean? I think that light must have been the cause of everything. The earthquake was just a side effect of it. Are you serious? What do you think that light was? If I knew, my life would be a whole lot easier, but I'm sure that someone caused it. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you figure that out some other time? All I want is for you to solve the case, and soon. Arimura saw that Shinjo and Kunisada were about to start arguing and readjusted her tote bag on her shoulder. I'm finished here, right? Then goodbye. See you at school, most of you. Ahem. No.
Yeah, bye.
See you around, Yuki, and cheer up!
She patted Yuki lightly on the head and left the examination room. Yuki softly whispered, "Yes, ma'am," as she watched her go. After that, Kunasato began to mumble to herself as she started to look at her data on Dad's PC. There was a different look in her eyes than any I'd seen before. To be honest, she looked a little crazy. It wasn't like a mad scientist. It was as if she was concealing some dark obsession. I'd seen those eyes somewhere before. Where was it? Oh, I remembered and shivered. That pyrokinetic. That girl who might be Senri Minamasawa. They looked just like her eyes. They were the eyes of someone bent on revenge and consumed by hatred and rage. He's like, great. 2 of these bitches. Well, that was weird. The Shibuya earthquake and the strange light, and the relationship they had with our power. I rolled around on my bed, thinking about everything that had happened. You can be nice, talk nice. I know. Because I gotta talk to you every 2 minutes so that you're nice. And then I thought back to the crazy look in Kunisato's eyes. She looked just like the pyrokinetic. Revenge, huh? Did Senri Minamasawa hate me for what I'd done that day? Stop. Fucking dick. Did she still hate me even now? I still hate that bird. That's crazy. I was a little kid. There's no way she'd still be mad about something that happened so long ago. And this is what I'm saying, like, it is crazy, but it doesn't mean she's not crazy. I tried to say it aloud to convince myself. But that pyrokinetic wasn't behaving like a normal person. It was hard to think she was sane. She was a beast, an animal without a conscience, that was stalking the streets of Shibuya with bared fangs. At least that's how she had seemed to me. And the terrifying words she said when she saw me, we're gonna flash back to words I don't remember. She looked at me and she said, "I found you." Did I end up putting my life at risk and not even realize it? The more I thought about it, the more my blood began to run cold. If I'd known this was going to happen, I would have just listened to Karusu to begin with. Wait, why am I acting so wimpy? I sat up on the bed. That's right, I have my power. Even if that woman was Senri Minamasawa and she was trying to kill me out of revenge, I wouldn't just sit there and let her. But what if she attacked me when I was with Karusu? And what if things got so dangerous that I couldn't protect my own life or Karusu's without killing her? Did I kill Senri Minamasawa right in front of Karusu? I almost leapt up at the sudden noise. I want to throw something at you, but I have nothing to throw, and that would be mean. But God, do you make me want to? It would be like a tissue. The sound was from my new smartphone. I'd finally gotten a new one before I went to the hospital today. I'd totally forgotten. I remembered how Ito had gotten a call from my old phone after I'd lost it and hesitated a little. I looked at the screen, trembling. Caller, Sarika Onoe. Oh, it's just Onoe. Answer it, because this ringing is annoying. Hello?
Oh, Taku? Hey!
What's up?
Are you in a bad mood? Did something happen at your exam?
No, that's not it.
You can't fool me, okay? Whenever your voice is like that, you're worried about something.
Evidently, it wasn't just Karusu and Arimura who could tell when I was lying. So, what is it? Oh, this is Onoe, sorry.
So? What is it?
I wasn't sure if I should tell her, but it was Sarika I was talking to after all. I told her everything I've been thinking about.
A white light?
I was with you then, wasn't I? Do you remember anything?
Well, I was out cold, so I didn't see it. Remember, you carried me to the hospital.
Oh, that's right. I could still remember how Sarika felt when I carried her on my back. Until then, I hadn't really treated her differently than any other boy, but at some point, she started to grow into a woman. When I carried her on my back, I was surprised. That was what a girl felt like.
Sorry about making you do that. Thanks.
Why bring it up now? You know we're friends.
It's nice to have an old friend, isn't it?
Oh my god, it's gonna be Sarika. She's gonna be the one that's trying to kill us.
It's so nice to have a nice friend, and oh, I'm always acting so innocent and slightly stupid, and
I'm gonna kill you! I'm gonna kill you! That was actually directed at you. Sarika sounded happy, but the tone of her voice quickly dropped.
Oh, but that girl who's Nan's old friend is causing you a lot of problems right now, isn't she?
This all day. Do you hear that? All day. Does it piss you off? Do you want to choke him? Because that's how I feel fucking like from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed. You be careful too. I wasn't the only one who saw Senri Minamisawa down there.
It'll be fine. I'm sure you'll protect me.
Huh?
Huh? Are you not planning on protecting me?
No, that's not it. Just... I fell silent, but I could tell that Sarika was nodding to herself on the other side of the phone.
Oh, I see. So that's why you're not sure what to do.
And then even though I hadn't said anything, she seemed to realize my problem. Could I kill someone if it meant saving someone?
But you know, Taku... I think that even if it were her best friend, Nan would kill them without a second thought if she had to do it to protect you.
Oh.
Of course, I would too. I'd do anything for you, and I don't think I'd lose to anyone, ever.
Getting a little weird, Onoe.
Onoe... What about you, Taku?
Maybe she was right. Kurusu would probably kill her friend if it was the only way to protect us. But I can't let Kurusu do that. If that woman really was Senri Minamisawa, it wasn't Kurusu who needed to do it. It was me, right? That's right. That was the way to overcome my past trauma, too.
Oh, but today's the 18th, right?
Why is that important? Oh my god, I fucking hate this bird. Following Sarika's conversation was as impossible as ever. And, for, other episodes, it's like, okay, you're being good today. I feel really guilty that I feel like this some days, that I just hate you some days. But, today is one of those days that I just hate you. I hate you so much you make me want to curl up in a ball and cry because you just stress me out because you won't shut the fuck up. God. You know what? I'm pretty sure at Christmas you're going back to your old home, and I don't care if they sit you in a corner in a room and nobody talks to you because I can't stand listening to you.
Oh, I was just thinking that the next murder won't be for a while.
It won't? I looked at the calendar and then realized. The next is the 23rd, huh? If these killings were following the New Generation madness, the next murder would be on the 23rd. It's already the 18th, though. It's only 5 days? After that would be Yummy Hand on October 28th, and DQM Puzzle on the 4th of November. If we could get through the 23rd, we'd be safe for a while. Not really.
Yeah, so we need to be safe until then.
But that means we'll have to spend the whole day running on the 23rd.
Then let's all stay together that day. Even if she hates you, I don't think she can just show up when we're all together.
I see. That might be our only plan, yeah. If we could avoid the murder that way, we'd win.
We could have everyone in the club help and go to some place that's open all night. Or if Dr. Sakuma says it's okay, we could stay at Aoba dorm.
Oh, no, wait. You're smarter than you look.
Huh? That's a big compliment.
No, it's not. It's not a compliment at all. But whenever I was in trouble or worried about something, Sarika had always been there to listen. She was one of the few people who really understood me. Of course, I was too embarrassed to tell her that, and I had no plans to ever do so.
Okay, Taku. Good night. Sweet dreams.
Yeah, good night. I hung up and then looked at the calendar on the wall again. October 23rd. What's the killer going to do? Is it really some kind of message? And am I really the target? Or... Alright, we can keep going a little bit. I don't want to because I'm so frustrated and stressed out from this little fucking asshole bird. But we've still got some time, and it's not going to change anything. You can suffer with me. And then someone will be like, no, he's a pain in the fucking ass. I can't believe you deal with that all day. And I'll be like, see? Yes, thank you. So I don't feel like such a dick when I'm like, I fucking hate you with the passion of 1,000 fiery suns right now. Because there are other days where he's being so good and I'm like, I feel guilty thinking that I hate you. But then there's days like today where you just won't shut the fuck up. Literally, you will not shut the fuck up. And I can't handle it. Because this, it wouldn't even, if it was like one day out of a month, but it's every other fucking day. It's constant. We had one day where you were being good. Oh my God. Just like we'd expected. Nothing happened over the next few days. I wish nothing would happen over the next few days, but this fucking bird won't shut the fuck up. There was no sign of that woman and no new arson cases, which meant no news about the case. And my neighbors are going to start complaining because I scream at him, shut the fuck up! Like, I mean, you hear me. And they're probably like, the freaking crazy bitch next to us is screaming all the time because this fucking bird won't shut up. I want them to be like, your bird, okay, I'll get rid of him. Bring him back to my sister and be like, keep this fucker. I can't stand him. I feel bad because he keeps being rehomed, but he's just fucking just such a dick. Even though I look over at you and then I'm like, look, you're so cute. And you're cute when you chirp and you talk and you're happy, but you're such a fucking asshole. You're such an ungrateful little douchebag. You're nasty. And you just want people to talk to you, and I would love to talk to you, but I cannot fucking sit there and stare at you all fucking day. I can't do it. For my part, I was trying to figure out how to use my power to protect everyone instead of just screwing around like I had before. We could have gotten further, but no. Freaking enraged by this bird. And then the day was upon us. And then you hear him in the background, chirp, 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 being nice, and you're like, oh, he's so cute. And then you hear the screaming. You heard the screaming for like 5 minutes. Hours. Fucking hours of it. So nothing's happened so far, right? Yeah. Aren't you glad, Miyashiro? It's all because I'm hanging out with you. You can thank me by buying me a mango fruit parfait. It's Senzukuya? Senzukuya, okay? What are you talking about? Oh, that's me. I thought it was Sarika because she just moved. What are you talking about? It might be after you, too. Cheapskate.
Listen, everyone. It's too early to let your guard down. This is where things start to get tough.
Nothing had happened during school. We'd made sure that nobody was alone during break periods, and it had paid off. You know what's weird? There's always like a day thing. There's no day thing on the 23rd now. What is it, Yamazoe?
Is it okay for me to be here? I'm not a student.
Today's special. You're a psychic too, so they might come after you.
That's right. Make sure you stay with us until the day is over, okay?
Oh my god, I hate him. Yes, ma'am. Yuki had seemed uncomfortable in this new environment all day. I don't even know if you can hear me over him. I cannot fucking hear myself talk over this fucking asshole. So what do we do now?
People are starting to leave, so we should probably go somewhere else.
Let's go to someplace in Shibuya that's open late. You guys don't mind coming with me, right?
Oh,
fine, but you're paying. Arnemura, I may pay for the others, but you and I are going Dutch. What? You're mean. You're a demon. A devil. She's talking to you. Call me whatever you want.
So, where do we go?
Karaoke, maybe? I'd rather go someplace cheap.
So the usual place then.
And this is where we're going to stop because I can't handle this fucking bird. Plus, this is a good place to stop anyway. And I need to stop before I actually throw my fucking controller at him and then break my fucking controller. I'm not worried about... I hate the fact that my brain is like, I'm not worried about hurting him. Kind of hope I do, but I don't. That's awful. That's awful, and I hate that, but he's driving me crazy, and I need to just put him in his cage and throw a blanket over him. He needs to go to bed. Like, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with the fucking stress. I can't deal with it. So anyway, I will maybe see you guys next time. I don't know. I might have gone insane, and if you never see anything after this, it's because I've literally thrown myself over my balcony, and I'm dead because I can't handle this fucking bird. He stresses me out so fucking much, so. Maybe I'll see you next time. I don't know. But I guess give the video a big thumbs up or something. I don't know. I'm so fucking mad. I just can't deal with anything right now. So bye!